Hello and welcome. I wanted to put this presentation together for you so that you can decide if hypnotherapy is the right intervention to help you with whatever challenges you're currently facing. Now, the quick answer is probably. It probably will help you on some level, but keep watching as I'm going to explain how it all works, particularly with the type of sessions that I conduct and what sort of results you can expect to achieve with hypnotherapy at Atlantic Hypnotherapy Practice. So here I am, hello. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and psychotherapist. Prior to that, I was training complementary therapists and teaching anatomy and physiology. So I've basically been working in natural healthcare for about 20 years now. I studied a hypnotherapy diploma in 2015 and I fell in love with it. During 2016 and 2017, I trained in a specific type of intervention called solution-focused hypnotherapy, and wow, what an incredible technique. Since then, I've trained in other supporting techniques which I will blend into your sessions if it will help you. So I've basically been practicing since 2017. I opened my first practice, Truro Hypnotherapy Practice, and worked with a large number of clients in my local area. I saw clients facing panic attacks, anxiety, depression, many of them on medication that wanted to eventually stop. Many of my clients were tired of waiting 18 months or more for a few NHS counselling sessions, and many of my clients just felt like the scales were a little tipped towards those feelings that they didn't really want to feel, and they just required some support in tipping the scales back in a more natural way. I guess you could say I specialised in helping clients with anxiety, panic attacks and depression, but I also had many clients that needed support in other areas, such as correcting their sleep patterns, losing weight, and changing habits like cutting down on drinking or giving up cigarette addictions. So what can hypnotherapy help? It can help many conditions. Anxiety, depression, panic attacks, stress, insomnia. It can calm down OCD behaviours, weight loss. It can help the reasons behind weight gain as well, which sometimes are down to the other things and we need to resolve those first before we work on the weight loss. It can help you to stop drinking, stop smoking, stop vaping, which is very common these days. It can help with sports performance, overcoming negative thinking, overwhelm, phobias, confidence, self-esteem. It can help resolve childhood traumas. It can help with IBS. There's lots of research on that. It can help reduce pain and manage pain. It can help with focus and concentration, motivation, goal achievement, things like forgiveness and compassion. It can help you with finding your purpose or path in life. Once the stress response is gone, it's often easier to get some clarity about what you're doing, what you should be doing. It can help with business and public speaking, and it can help with things like tinnitus as well. And it can also help you get your zest for life back, so you don't need to be suffering with a medical condition or a big challenge. The techniques I use can help you if you're just feeling a bit flat, a bit hopeless, and you need to get a bit more zing. So why do these challenges occur? Well, sometimes there are pre-existing conditions, and these can certainly be helped by hypnotherapy. Particularly when things are exacerbated by stress, we can work to reduce that. There are also lots of things that happen as a result of stress. This can be stress that creeps up on us slowly without us realising. This can be stress that's occurred because of a major life event that's had a significant impact on us, such as a relationship ending, a job loss, an unexpected house move. And it can be also down to unresolved stress that's been in our system, hiding away for years, sometimes even decades. Stress that's been there so long we don't know it's there or what life would be like without it being there. When we're experiencing stress or facing some difficult challenges, we lose control of the part of our brain which is optimistic, rational, and can find the solutions to problems easily. The changes in our body mean that the emotional or more primitive part of our brain takes over. It's negative, it's very black and white, It sees problems as insurmountable, and if you get stuck in this part, it's very difficult to get out of there without help. And then there's the neurochemicals. When you're stressed out, you'll be producing an overload of adrenaline. And if your problems have been sticking around for a while, you'll be producing cortisol too. And I'm sure you've heard that these chemicals in your body can be very good for coping with situations like being chased by a bear, but not very good for coping with an upcoming presentation or at work. As I'm sure you've guessed, when facing challenges such as stress, depression, anxiety, your body isn't making enough of what we call the good chemicals, serotonin and dopamine. And that's dopamine derived from positive activity, by the way, not gaming or compulsive shopping and things like that. So what actually happens in a session? Some hypnotherapists just get you to lie down on a couch and then they put you into a trance state with a hypnosis script focused around your specific problem. This can be effective, but sometimes the results don't last because the brain needs to be trained to work in a different way for long-term success. A session with me will look like the diagram above. In the psychoneuroeducation part, we will look at how your brain is functioning, and I will teach you how to rebalance your brain chemistry naturally. We will also use the principles of neuroplasticity and get dormant parts of your brain working again, the parts that help you to solve your own problems. I never tell you what you must do because I believe you already know. And when the stress response has calmed down and you're producing lots of lovely serotonin, you'll know exactly how to cope and what actions you need to take. There's also an element of coaching, and I'll use some supporting techniques where necessary. That might be teaching you some breath work specifically designed to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. It might be doing some parts therapy. Or it might be learning a meditation to put space between you and your thoughts. And then we get to the hypnosis part. And the scripts I use all focus on building your confidence and accessing your own inner resources to solve problems and take charge of your life again. The hypnosis part puts your brain into a state which sifts and sorts stress and discharges the emotions from the events which are causing you problems. So I often get asked, how long will it take or how many sessions will I need? My focus is giving you the tools you need to create change which lasts, and that typically involves around 6 to 12 sessions. It really depends on your situation. The brain needs time to rewire itself and establish the new behaviours that will help you. Once your initial challenge has been helped, you may wish to continue on to help you reach your full potential. Weight loss can sometimes take more sessions because often the underlying cause needs to be cleared up before we get to work on the weight loss part. Having said that, some clients have a few sessions and everything changes for them, and that's all they needed to do. I can give you more of an idea of how many sessions you might need during your free initial consultation. Of course, you're always the one in charge and it's ultimately up to you. I do find that my clients that are fully dedicated to the process and practice the supporting techniques I give them in between sessions make the fastest progress and get the biggest results, often completely life-changing results. Nowadays, I work online via Zoom. It's a really accessible way of helping people because there's no travel time and you can have your therapy in comfortable surroundings like your lounge or your bedroom. Plus, you don't have to get up after your hypnosis. You can just continue to lay there and relax. In terms of effectiveness, it's just as effective as in-clinic sessions. My clients have found there's no difference, and I've never experienced any difference in the results I've got with clients from working online. If you're really not sure, I offer a £10 taster session, which we tag onto your initial consultation. This is a shorter hypnosis, so you can try it out before you book your further sessions. What is hypnosis like? So here's the big question. If you've not had hypnosis before, you might be wondering what it's like. There are many negative and false stereotypes about hypnosis, I haven't got time to go into all that here, but hypnosis is best likened to a lovely, relaxing, daydreamy state. You're in complete control all of the time and are completely aware, so you might find your mind wandering off from time to time, but that's nothing really to worry about. Let's take a look at what some of my clients say. Before my first session, I didn't feel I could go into a hypnotic state, but I felt extremely relaxed and was fully aware of my surroundings. I felt in control throughout the whole session and could have stopped it at any time. I have a busy mind, but by the time I had my second session, I was able to fully focus on what was being said. I found myself able to visualize the scene described by the therapist, and I felt myself relax. The relaxation I felt during and after the session was the most relaxed I had felt for years. For somebody who permanently suffers anxiety, the after effects of the session relaxed my mind and body for much of the day. I felt safe and secure during the session. I intend to experience more sessions of hypnotherapy, as I feel they'll help me with my depression and anxiety when all other treatments have failed. Hypnotherapy for me was very relaxing and gave me an opportunity to just lay still and free my mind. At moments I would drift off and see bright colours like reds, yellows and blues pulsating and growing. Sometimes I would fall into a deep trance and would come back to Natalie's voice, feeling like I had awoken from a deep sleep. I would liken it to having a full body massage, but you are healing and maintaining your mind instead of your body. I think the discussion before the actual hypnotherapy is very important. It helps you to focus on why you're there and helps prepare you for the session. It settles you down before you actually get on the couch. During the hypnotherapy, it was like drifting away somewhere else. For me, it was quite a surprise because normally I cannot, for example, snooze in the daytime, and with my misophonia, I'm hypervigilant for sounds. I could hear sounds other than your voice, but I could ignore them. Sometimes I even zoned out from your voice and then zoned in again. I feel overall it's benefited me in respect to the reason I went. I also feel it's had a knock-on effect in helping me with another issue, the weight loss. So if you feel like my sessions could support you in helping you to find freedom from those things weighing you down, please do get in touch and book a free, no obligation consultation. We will chat for 20 to 30 minutes and you can tell me about the things you're finding challenging. I'll talk to you a bit more about the stress response or what underlying issues might be present, and we can formulate a plan to move forward if you decide that's something that you would like to do. You can book your consultation via my website, which is www.atlantichypnotherapypractice.com, or you can email me at atlantichypnotherapypractice@gmail.com. And of course, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to get in touch. And please do go to my website and download this free MP3 track. This is the track that my clients listen to at night before they go to sleep. I've heard miraculous reports over the years of sleep improving and feeling more positive in the morning. If you decide to book some sessions with me, this track will support your course of treatment. And you can also follow me on Instagram. I don't post there that often, but I do try to put helpful tips and techniques up every now and then. Thank you for watching this presentation, and I hope to speak with you very, very soon. And let's get to work in helping you resolve your challenges.